You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. Woo! What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. That's Marcus.
Yo, yo, yo.
That's Jessica with the bow.
What up?
All right, I want y'all's thoughts on this. We got another thing crazy from the interwebs. This woman says she filed divorce because her man went broke. She claims she didn't agree to stay if he went broke. And this is her caption. She says, 2 days makes 2 years since my husband proposed to me. They married in June. When I said yes to a protector and a provider. I did not agree to marry a man that would end up broke at some point in our lives. I'm an extremely beautiful woman, and I deserve a man that knows his job is to always take care of me and my children. I did what I did because promises were made to me that were broken. I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I'm the best thing that happened to that man, and I will be even better to my next husband. With that being said, I filed for divorce. Woo! And she's black too. That's the part I'm like, God damn, it had to be a sister.
Now she sounds like a piece of shit.
The entire piece or just a little bit?
She is.
Or is she just echoing where we're at nowadays?
Well, she's echoing where we're at, but the rest of everything.
I think it all falls in line with everything, right?
Is a piece of shit.
I'm that. And
First of all, you're if I have learned nothing, you should not be waiting. It's very nice to be taken care of. It is. However, if that is your identity, there's a problem. And so it sounds like the taking care of part, she can't get it from him anymore. So she's going to go find somebody else to take care of her instead of taking care of herself.
My thing is what makes her the best thing that ever happened to this
That's
man.
what I'm saying. She's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're not even taking care of yourself, bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
That is the overall thing for me. I get the relationship thing. If the guy was probably talking that talk too and was more, probably more of a trick than he is a provider.
A treat?
Right?
Fuck.
Right. So you get in these situations, and when you come in like that, that's how you lose them, right? And I don't know if that's how he came in the game, but she is echoing what a lot of the energy is right there that the women are kind of feeling right now. Yeah, I'm not saying all women, but there's a large part of society right now that is looking, okay, I don't want the brokey, and this is what it's about. It's not about anything else.
That's not what she said. She didn't want to go broke. There's where I'm kind of like, she didn't sign up for the betrayal of whatever was promised to her or whatever she had.
Right.
She didn't sign up for that. And she is right to feel that way. I think you have a right to feel that way. If you have been promised something or if you've been misled and you are like, find out it ain't what it is, you can absolutely feel that way.
That's not what she said, though. And I didn't get that from Kel, was saying that she didn't sign up for at some point him to do this or to do that.
Right.
If things happen, things change, and she doesn't sound like she's there for anything other than that.
Well,
so yes,
she's definitely not there for love.
That's what I'm getting at.
Right?
Right.
She's more there for the stability, but I understand the betrayal of the stability. I get that.
Right.
But when you love somebody, right, you're able to work through that, right? Or at least empower yourself.
Right.
And figure your shit out.
And you got to be careful, too. This man is going through it right now, though, right? And she's talking about she's moving on and doing all this other stuff. The grass ain't always greener.
She's moving on to nothing better.
As you go over there, and that could be the worst shit ever, right? So you just got to be careful with this type of energy.
Do you see the energy that she created? She's not going to be in a better situation.
That's what she thinks, though. But I'm just saying, to those out there that may have a little bit of this same type of energy, you got to be careful. Okay, I'm going to leave and move on. You never know where this man is going to end up.
Well, and the man, be careful. Be careful what you're promising.
Yeah.
Don't come in what tricking. You're promising your woman.
Don't come in tricking.
Be careful.
Agreed.
Right.
Well,
don't
guys,
promise her the world when you know you can't give it to her.
That's
be
true.
Realistic.
Whatever happened to the days of, we're a team and it's not it's we as a married couple, because my question for the woman is, what does she bring to the table? The fact that she could sit here and say that, I deserve this.
She told you
I'm
nothing,
the best man
Kel.
or
she already told you what she brings to the table.
Happened to this man?
Nothing.
But that's the thing. Like, I hate that when, like, I get it. Okay, like, if you carry yourself and you bring things to the table at a certain level and a certain standard, and you expect your partner to do that or beyond, totally get it. But if you don't bring shit to the table except for opening your fucking legs and laying on your back and complaining, you don't have a right to sit here and be like, oh, this is all I deserve, this, I deserve that. You don't even do that for yourself.
That's weird.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
That's delusional. And that's living a lie. Right there. That's fucking weird. It's weird. So
she's caught up in her own head or caught up in her own web. She seems I didn't hear about no kids or nothing in the relationship.
I don't know. Though, right? That wasn't love, though. If she could pick up and Marcus, fucking leave.
She said, nope. She said, I deserve a man that knows his job is to always take care of me and my children. Now, when she says my children, she didn't say our children. Right. So I don't know if she came into the relationship with children. So this just might be something that she does. And then the fact that she goes, I will be even better for my next husband. What did you do good in the first place? Like, that's where I need answers to.
She didn't talk about any of the value that she brings to the table. I would love to hear the gentleman's side of the story.
She told you. She said, I'm good looking. She literally told you guys what she brings, and that is it. Right. She doesn't bring a backbone to her man. She doesn't bring support.
She for damn sure don't bring no support.
She doesn't bring support. And it is not any man's job to take care of a woman.
That's what we've been told, though, and that's the societal norms. That's why you got women out there
any man's
standing
job
on this
to take care
as an occupation.
A woman.
As an occupation, I'm gonna just get with the next man that got the big bag, right?
Right. It's not your job, though. You shouldn't feel obligated that you it's not your job.
That's a trend too. That's a trendy.
I know. Yeah. It's a part of the condition. This is what it happens. Blah blah blah. The man, he's got to take care of the woman. And now look.
For my next husband, I'm gonna be even.
For my next husband, I'm gonna be taken care of, because this one didn't give me what everybody told me I was supposed to get.
Right.
Isn't that crazy to think about? Bypass love and only see the finances.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not crazy.
Her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's not crazy.
She probably now live in some townhouse in Bankhead by herself with her kids. But like, I just don't understand. I don't know, man. I don't know. And maybe it's part of it's on him too, that he's made promises that he couldn't keep. And he, like you said, try to give her the stars, the sun and the moon. And
don't write them checks.
To be honest though, a lot of this does have to fall on the dude. If we're being honest.
Don't write them checks.
He knew who he married.
If they're going to bounce.
You know who you married and you courted this woman. And like you said, if you come in tricking and this is all you about and the conversation and like the energy is all about the financial part of the relationship, you can't really.
Where's the foundation?
You can't really blame her, but you can blame him for putting himself in that situation and standing on that.
Right. He didn't have to,
This is my girl. I know she ain't shit, but this is where I'm at. It's a bad look.
In his defense, though, it's like, I would. I'm assuming. I'm hoping this man, he ain't gonna be broke forever. So like, he might be just going through the ebbs and flows. The economy's rough right now. Hey, we're going into we
That's
might
what
be going into a
She
recession.
fucking ran. He must have been at the bottom.
He
She was,
had. I
fuck
mean,
this.
yeah, maybe, but I hate it when I see this kind of stuff in this new world that we live in, and it bothers me even more when I see this in our own community. And that's the part that I'm just like, God damn, everything that black people, that the black husband and the black wife have been through just in this fucking world and society. And then you go on the internet and you blast stuff like this to make to raise your own stock. But like I said, you don't even sit here and
That
say or
didn't.
show what it is that you bring to the table. Just the fact that you're extremely beautiful, just by looking at her picture, you can tell half of her fucking body and her face is bought anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
Somebody gonna
what
swoop her up too, and they gonna have the
Some-
same
No,
issue.
some nigga is
we
gonna
can't
swoop her
see
up.
through this. We can't
No,
see through this.
No, I
What
can
we're
change her. I can fix her.
We can't see through this. We can't
Not-
see that this is a broken woman who can't even do for herself or know
Stay away
herself
from her if you're a guy. Then
But
stay away
but-
from her,
but
or you get her
y'all-
some
but-
help,
outside
but
of
y'all-
financial stability.
or you
but
just
y'all, there's a type of guy though that will go after this, and it's not and it's not necessarily a good guy. You know what I'm saying? It might be the guy that got all the bread, but he's gonna treat her like shit, and she's gonna put
Mm.
up with it because he's gonna drop the bag on her.
or
Well-
she's gonna get with somebody that could really put some game on her, and is gonna make her crumble and come off of that high horse that she's on right now, and just have her in a terrible beat down position to where she's stuck. I've seen it.
Yeah. Ugh.
Seen
Stuck
it
as in how?
Just stuck as it just losing that type of energy. If she don't have nothing else going on, and all she's saying is I'm her because I look this way, and then you get with somebody that
But
is
did
really gonna game you up and just take your mind from you and take everything from you,
I
and
know.
just make
Again,
you.
she's putting her stock
That's
in
what I'm saying.
another
The grass
man
ain't
and
always
what he has
greener,
to
so-
offer, and I think that's crazy.
Again, you got to be careful. You got to be careful.
Let's get
Chasing the bag, especially. There's a lot of nasty stuff that comes with that sometimes.
I know, and that's the thing with when you're chasing that, it doesn't end up good. It just doesn't end
right.
up good.
Kellen, I wanted to jump back into something you said about the black community. Man, this thing is worldwide.
No,
right?
it's
It could
worldwide.
be
I'm just speaking
Oh,
of our
well.
community, though. It just drives me
and just the
crazy.
way she did it, of course, on social media and all that kind of stuff. But it's all types of women all over the place that are doing this.
Oh, they're
It's a-
doing it like we were talking about. They're doing it all the time, except for they're disguising it in, oh, I just don't love him anymore, or something like that.
Right.
No,
Right.
you're broke, and that's what's going
Yep.
on. Or
Mhm.
yo, you're not liking the way the finances are going, so
Right.
you're like,
Yep.
fuck that. I'm gonna go find better.
Yep.
And
Hey, finances is one of the top reasons why people get divorced. It's like one of the top two.
It got to
or
be top
three.
three. Yeah.
I wanna say
It's-
top
it's in
three
the
for
top
finances.
three.
Yeah, it's up there. Finances is a big thing.
Yep.
Just by looking at this picture of her and him, I'm looking at him. He looked weak just by his bow
Damn,
tie
Kel,
and
don't do him
shoes,
like
dog.
that.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
do him like
just-
that.
but he looked like he kind of looks that part, man, where it's like, come on, dog, like, damn it.
you can't
I'm
stereotype
rooting for
like
him
that.
though. I'm rooting for dudes
want
to
him
get
to
it
win.
turned around and to work
I
it
want him
out.
to
And
win.
yeah, and this
Yeah,
girl, I'm not rooting against her because I like to see my sisters win, but she's playing a nasty game right now.
She is playing a nasty
real
game,
nasty
and
game.
she's gonna go right back into another nasty game. And then when that doesn't work for her, she's gonna be like, "Oh,
And then she gonna find herself in 10 to 15 years, and get with somebody that's, or I guess maybe not have nobody.
I don't know." It sounds
I
like
feel like people like this stay single, or they like jump from person to person to person
Yep.
to person because for some reason it's never good enough. And I think part of that too, we've talked about this, is that influence of social media and like online dating, of where people get in that
Unrealistic.
vicious cycle, of unrealistic expectations. And so it's like, you said this
Mhm.
one time, Jess, and this has always stuck with me because I've told my friends this. I'm like, yo, you know what my homegirl Jessica said, and you should take this advice? And they're like, what? I'm like, how about you date somebody that's good enough for you?
Yep.
And some people like they'll think about that and they're like, oh shit, I ain't never thought. Yeah, what about just what's good enough for you? You know what I'm saying? And
As
I
far
think
as
that
not
might have
putting on for the gram or putting on for the homies,
Take
or
all that out, and what is good enough for you? Take everybody's expectations about
yeah. I dig
money and this and this and this and
And don't let age catch up with this woman. That's another thing, right?
oh, that's a whole
age
nother
and
Yeah.
gravity.
And you think you got it going on right now, man, and everything is everything, but just keep living.
I know.
That's what my
Watch
dad
it.
used to say. Yeah, just keep living.
Watch it.
Mm,
Watch it.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gonna get to the point where I mean she already looked like they look like they might be on the little not the older side, but you know, might be in her like 40s ish.
Somebody's still
Okay.
gonna come get her though. That's the cold part. It's still gonna be a dude
Right.
because dudes got
Because
thirst, right?
they don't
thirst
get it.
almighty. Somebody's gonna
Don't
get
you
her, but
see
ain't.
what's right in front of you?
Yep. And this dude could have been maybe the best thing for her, right? And I'm just making stuff up now because the grass ain't always greener, like I said before. But
Maybe that's not
she keeps going through it, man. And
the best thing for her, but she might not have been the best thing for him. So good
Yep.
fucking riddance. If she's gonna leave you like that, then she didn't love you in the first place, and you're better off for it.
I wonder what he's doing. I wonder what he's doing right now.
Well, Kel tried to say he's a bum, so he's probably
got a
not
bow
doing
tie.
much.
Bum. I'm not
And he got his
saying my
shirt
man's
tucked
a
in.
bum. It's
And he
just
looked
how-
weak.
No, it's just how his suit looked was his dress jacket with the. I'm a guy that likes to wear suits. I know you are too, Marcus.
Yeah.
So it's like when you see this bow tie and shirt and pants combination, you go look at it and be like, all right, I see what Kel's talking about. You know
Is
what
it
I'm
a little
saying?
baggy too? Is it a little
Like you didn't get it tailored. You wearing a baggy suit, like yeah. Come
Well,
on.
you know, everybody got it.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a bow tie guy. I hate bow ties. So like he got this red bow tie on. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, brother.
Aw, it
But-
might be cute. It might be giving I
Hey.
have money, but I really don't.
Hey, I'm not knocking anybody else's style. You do you. I'm just saying, like, from the outside looking in, I can see it. Okay. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people hate this guy. He passed away, but like, I go back to like what Kevin Samuels said, what Kevin Samuels used to say about women. Like when you get to a certain age and you act like this, and it's just kind of like when you get to like 40, 50, like that pussy's on sale. And then you get
like
older, that
wholesale
shit's-
at that point.
that-
Kevin
that shit's
Samuels
on
was funny,
clearance.
bro.
Fuck,
Yeah.
it's like
Then it gets on clearance, and then after
You know
that
what?
shit's Goodwill.
that
You know
is
what I'm
so
saying?
wrong to say, and that's part of the problem.
But those type of women that used to call into that show,
I'm like, how you gonna say 40-year-old? That shit is seasoned.
they
What are you
used to
talking
be
about?
like, yeah, as you know, I'm
That
a
shit is
9, I'm a 10.
experienced.
I feel like I'm the best ever. And Kev would break it down. If you got how many kids and you're how tall and you weigh how much and all this kind of stuff. So
He's
I
terrible.
mean,
He was terrible.
it made for good viral moments.
It was great.
Like,
It was
He
yeah.
broke
I
people's-
definitely don't sign up for that, but he was
broke
being
people's
real, right?
spirits.
I think he was trying to get people to
See themselves?
get to reality in the dating
That is
world.
fucked up.
Well-
That is a fucked up way to do that.
I mean,
That is terrible.
It is what it
I-
is sometimes.
I remember he told a girl, he was like, rate yourself from 1 through 10, and you can't call yourself a 7. What are you? And she was like an 8. And he was like, nope. He's like, how tall are you? She was like, I'm 5'5". And he's like, how much do you weigh? And she's like 180 some, 190 some pounds. And he was just like, girl, you weigh more than a man. Like, you're a linebacker. You know what I'm
Hella
saying?
called her a
So
linebacker or a running back. I
mean.
seen
Call
that
her
one.
runner. Yeah, he said she's a
He
running back,
said,
and she can.
You're the same
What?
size as a running back.
Yeah.
Okay, but what was he gaining by ripping other women down like that?
Money and fame.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's such a terrible
went viral,
energy
yeah.
to have as a
Yeah.
human being.
Bad energy.
I mean, he ain't here no more. So karma.
Right.
I
Oh,
don't
he's
wish
here.
death on nobody, but
I
karma,
said no, he's here, Kel, and he is back at. Yep, he's here again. He'll try this again
yeah,
and respect
but
women.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But no, this is the crazy story. It's the crazy situation. I feel bad for this dude. I mean, for this woman here, I mean, hey, she sounds like a very, very confident woman, but at the same time, very, very delusional. Like we say, the grass is always greener on the side where you decide to water it. This dude,
I
he
got a
might.
question.
Yeah, what's up,
Yeah,
Go
I
Trip?
got
ahead.
a question. Is there even still real connection anymore? Right? Just as far
What the fuck
No,
as
are
these
you even?
relationships.
I don't think
And
so. I don't think so.
it's nothing against
A lot of them.
online dating and stuff like that, but it's just a different world now, right? So
It is.
I think it's even harder to get into a real relationship these days. I
It is
haven't
because people believe the realities that they create through
right.
social media and stuff, and they really think they are these people.
And I haven't talked to many single people, but the few that I had, they continue to say how tough it is, right? Just to find
Yes.
a real connection.
Yeah,
So it's like
that
it
sucks.
sucks.
All of my single friends, I mean, especially here in Vegas, because this is I tell people all the time, this is not the place to come and find your
Right.
soulmate. Um, they tell me all the time, they're like, it's rough out here in these streets. They're like,
Yeah.
it's really rough out here. And I mean, there's always that saying that like marriage is like a business transaction, because partly it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you're essentially signing a
Hmm.
contract to be with somebody, but it's
Hmm.
almost like now that's what dating's turned into. Like dating is like it's a business negotiation. It's a
Yeah,
the fact that we've talked before
just an
about how,
exchange.
yeah, but like yeah, and like how we've talked before about people going on dates and saying, oh, what are you, what are your goals in life, like what are your blah blah blah, and now it's immediately just like, well, where do you work, how much do you make,
Yep.
Right.
what kind of car do
Especially
you
Yep.
at a
drive,
certain age too,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
I'm like,
Ain't got
and I
time to
know for
play like that.
And that's
yes, and
what
I
you
know for
and you're gonna be disappointed every time.
every time. And I know for some women, and I know it's different for women because like you guys got that biological time clock, especially like if you want to have kids for some women. So it's like some women feel like they need be in a rush to like, all right, we need to figure this out now.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, damn, I just feel like when you meet the good ones, it just happens, right? Like I don't, in my
You do.
experience in life, it's not like
It's the
gotta
search. It's people's
really,
desperation, and it's
Mm,
the search for it. And it's like, let that shit work on yourself,
that's
and then let
tough
that
though.
shit
That's
come to you. You will attract what the fuck
right.
you're supposed to have.
That's tough though. That's
It,
tough.
it is tough,
Yeah.
but
We
it
live in
can
a world of
happen.
instant gratification.
But that's
yeah,
not reality.
There is no patience. I
That's not
know it's
reality.
not, but
Instant gratification is not
that's where we
reality.
live right now.
I know, but we need to
And that's
go
part of the
back to
problem, right?
when we broke that shit down and really thought about it and did some introspection. I don't did we ever do that? I don't know. But I seriously, if you take that, if she were just to take the whatever that she's trying to put into a man, giving her stability, and put it into herself, shit would change for her. And she wouldn't have to worry about finding a man with a bunch of fucking money or something like that.
Her next husband.
She would find somebody to meet her where she's at.
Mm. I don't know if she
because
want
does
that.
it feel like would it feel like you've wasted time now that you have to start all over again? Because now you're back to square one. It's like you
Mm-mm.
could try with somebody, and it's like, oh well, I might not like this, but we can work on that. We can build together. But it's like, well, no, this just isn't good enough. So I'm gonna just go look for something. Now you have this.
Hmm.
Now you're starting from square one all over again. And so
The
then
instant
it's like,
gratification, it's a mindset thing, right? I got to
yeah,
get to it. I got to get to it.
Right. It's a terrible thing. It's like not good because it
yeah,
catches like wildfire, and now everybody's doing the same thing, and it's like, what are you guys doing?
yeah.
Stop
'Cause
it.
it's like, isn't it's almost like being impatient slows you down.
Hmm.
It makes it take
That's a
longer.
It
bar.
makes it
Yeah.
harder. It
Now it's
makes it
longer.
harder.
It makes it a lot harder.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like I said, I hope the brother figures it out. I hope he gets back up and
So
he's
do
up
I.
and he sees her. And what if she comes back to him like, hey, I was tripping. He's up again. I'm tripping.
I
I
wish
was
she
tripping, blah, blah,
would.
blah, blah.
Hmm.
and he takes her back.
Nah.
If he does take her back, he deserves
weak.
everything.
Right.
Yeah, he's weak,
Man,
and he
what you say,
deserves
Jess?
everything
He is
got.
weak.
That once somebody shows you who they are,
Believe him.
yeah, you gotta believe them.
Shit, I'd believe
Yeah.
the fuck out of
Right.
her. She'll do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
She didn't love you in the first place. So if she's coming back, then you should know something.
I hope she gets it together too. That's like,
Or she had fallen out of love. Like money
yeah.
isn't love.
I hope she gets it together. She finds herself and she finds out who she really is.
Even though I think people think money is love.
Which is wild to think.
Interesting.
That's insane to think.
Is it?
No, it's
No,
not.
because
Yeah.
money isn't love. Money doesn't buy happiness. The only thing that money can bring you is security. That's it.
Yeah,
But
but it does not buy happiness. Definitely.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
you could put a blanket over a lot of stuff with money, though, right? And you could appear to
And
be
create
happy.
even bigger illusions.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I feel like people like her are so jaded because Lord knows what her life experience was like. That it's weird when you think of some people like are actually incapable of loving. Everything in their life is so transactional
Mm.
that the actual fact of actually just genuinely loving somebody because you love that person, take away all of the monetary and all those things. I feel like I feel like so there's some people that are just like that. They're just not capable of loving, and everything in their life is transactional.
You know what
This
it
woman
is?
sounds like that.
You know what it is, Kel? They're surviving. They don't think there's enough resources. They don't think they're going to be able to survive without complete financial stability. Love doesn't even matter.
Mm.
It's about survival. And I think a lot of people are just surviving because of their trauma and the very things we were talking about in the last show. I think people are surviving. And so they're looking for, that person to help them survive. And when it doesn't turn out like that, they're like, hey, wait a minute. I'm in danger.
Right.
I am in danger. I've got to go. And fuck love. And
it's
that's
like-
not
it's like-
right.
So it's like they're incapable because they're always on the defense.
They're always surviving. They don't even know. I don't even
Right.
think you realize that you're doing this out of survival and that if you love him, you'll be okay.
Right.
It'll be tough, but you'll be okay.
Another thing is that you have to open up, or you got to let your guard down. It's scary at times to be in love, right? Because you got to put yourself out there. And like you said, if you're just surviving, or if you got a bunch of stuff going on from your past and all you know is, all right, I got to find a way to survive. I got to get to it. I got to make sure I'm good. I got to make sure my kids are good. That's a tough place to be. And love is a scary thing.
Yeah.
So,
Because you guys think it's that like every time maybe this person has been vulnerable, like it's always backfired on them. So they've like built this wall of like, all right, it's transactional. I need this. I need that. If I don't get this, I don't get that.
Right.
It ain't gonna work.
I got to check my boxes first before I can even.
That's
think.
an awful way to live.
It is. And
That's an
I
awful
think
way to
people
live.
don't even realize they're living that way. And it's like, you don't have to live like that.
The show got dark in a hurry.
but it's the truth though,
Right.
man. Like, I think it's another one of those things too we've talked about before, where it shows the state of like mental health of like,
Across the board,
yeah, man. Him, her,
for men and women. Yeah.
I feel like most of people's problems come from not being able to get out of their own head, and they just get in their own way. Because like this woman, she's pretty much getting in her own way.
Yep. Self-sabotage. She's
what I
literally
mean?
sabotaging herself and
You know?
doesn't see it.
Right.
And it's like, we do. So if you're watching this, stop. And you know what?
Love
Before
yourself.
we go, are we leaving? Are we closing?
We're wrapping up. Go ahead, Jess. Yeah.
Shout out to Dogtopia, our dogs. We're talking about boarding the dogs earlier. So when I went to go drop the dogs off, I don't know if she's a manager there. She takes the dogs and she's like, I've been listening to your podcast and it's really good.
That's hella
And I'm
funny.
like,
Shout
here's
out
the
to
dog.
Dogtopia.
Here's the dog. Oh my God. Then I'm like, oh my God, they know everything. She knows everything. But anyway, so shout out to Dogtopia. Sorry.
Let's give him a free plug. Shout out to Dogtopia. If you are in Seattle, the Washington, Seattle area, and you need to board your dog, take him over to Dogtopia. They'll take care of you because they listen to Truly Unruly. So she takes our
Hey.
advice. Hey.
That is right. Or not.
Word. Truly Unruly, y'all. Margaret Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. If you like the show, like the folks over at Dogtopia do, please like, subscribe, leave a review on your favorite podcast player. Follow us on social media at trulyunruly_podcast and send us an email to answer all your questions at trulyunruly@gmail.com. Boom. Till next time, y'all. Peace and much love.